you are never going to find your purpose out there in the world. Okay, it's not like you're walking around without purpose. You already have your purpose ingrained into you. You just also have this idea that purpose is something much grander and it's beyond yourself. Here's the measuring stick I use for myself to determine whether or not I'm living on purpose, with a purpose, in purpose, or not. And before I jump into this, if you don't know what your human design is, go to ReikiMarco.com right now, generate a body graph. It's entirely free. It's going to give you something that kind of looks like this. And depending on which centers are colored in, which centers are connected, you're going to be one of these various Pokemon. And there are 4 aura types. The first one is a manifestor aura. It's a repelling aura. The second is the generator and manifesting generator. It's enveloping, so it's pulling stuff towards it. The projector has a penetrating aura, and the reflector has an aura that opens and closes. Your purpose here is nothing more than to harmonize your consciousness, your mind, the part of you that thinks, oh, I need a big purpose, or I need to accomplish something, or blah, 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 with your physical body. And just to illustrate this, this is what's happening for most people. Most people actually have a generator aura, meaning that life is just coming to them. These are the real masters of manifestation. They would be living such a purposeful life if they just harmonized their mind with their natural mechanic, which, like I said, is enveloping. The way that they do this is they use their strategy, waiting to respond. Their sacral, the thing that's causing all this enveloping and stuff to come towards them, is also a filter, and it lets them know, that's for me, or definitely not, keep that away from me. The problem is that you might have a body that looks like this, but you're acting like this, or like this, or like this. And the reason you're doing this is because your mind is wonderful at observing the external world. And when it sees something working for somebody else, one of the first things that it tries to do is solve the problem. Why don't I work that way? But we each have an individual circuitry. We each have our own unique way of being. And if we never start to experiment with that natural way of being, whatever we've normalized, however painful, however disconnected from purpose it may be, that will be the thing that we continue to do. So finding your purpose is literally as simple as going on my website, ReikiMarco.com, generating a body graph, figuring out what your strategy and authority are, and using those to emit your signature. For the manifestor that is doing a good job of initiating and forming, they will feel peace instead of anger, and they will be using their repelling aura in the proper, natural way. The generator waits to respond, and they will feel satisfaction, their signature, your purpose, over frustration, and they'll be using their enveloping aura in the natural way. The projector that waits for the invitation will experience their purpose, their signature of success over bitterness, and their penetrating aura will be utilized in the proper way. The reflector that waits out their lunar cycle will be experiencing their purpose, their surprise over disappointment, and their Teflon open-close aura will be operating in the right way. So the choice is yours. You can either continue to spend your time, your energy, and your money wandering around trying to figure out what purpose is, looking at other people thinking, oh, that person's connected to their purpose, maybe they can show me how to connect to my purpose. Or you can just spend $20 on one of my reports and figure out, how do I use my strategy and authority to achieve my signature? I'm gonna say it one more time for the kids in the back. Your purpose is not outside of yourself. Your purpose is to literally just harmonize your body and your mind. When you're able to do that, when you're able to pacify the mind and be like, hey, stop comparing us to everybody else. We got a great body here. It works. You just got to align with it. Once you start that process, life starts to happen for you.